How deep, Bob?
We're showing about 7-8 inches. The plan calls for a 6-inch trench, and typically we don't mind it being just a hair deeper because it's a little deeper to be anchored, a little more backfill on it. So typically that's what we run for. And of course, once we roll the fence out, we'll show you. It'll be down in the trench with a J flap, and then of course backfilled and compacted to hold it as tight as possible. Okay, Mark, what we're doing here is we're going to unroll the roll. We found this seems to be the easiest way for us to do it. What happens is, as you can see, the position of the stake and the roll, we're protecting the area to my rear, which is the stream bed as well. When you do that, you're always putting the stakes to the outside of the project, which is would be the support side of the fence. Tom over there will hold the roll, just keep it spinning stationary. I'll walk with it and basically a general straight direction to the end of the roll. And that point, we'll stop, we'll put that in, and then we would at that point start on our second roll and duplicate that process. Okay, what we're going to do, I would guess there are probably various approaches to the way one would do this. Just a method we use is one that I've worked with over the past 6-7 years, have a comfort level with, and everybody seems to gravitate towards that when they work with us. So with that in mind, you just basically try to keep your fence tight as you can. Get it to the center, to the rear of the trench, and then just pull tightly. And of course Tom is going to beat that in. That's pretty much it. Big job, you just do it a gazillion times. Should be good. At this point we have a flap, which I think they refer in the manuals as a J flap, because from the side it looks like a J. And normally what we do is we put our foot on the flap, and typically either the guy stretching or the guy with a hammer will step on, make the flap, and kick a little backfill on it. And then they go to the next one and do the same thing. Get your flap, secure it in. We've used shovels, flat shovels, pointed shovels. We've used matics when you got a difficult time getting backfill. We've used the machine to make this backfill. Typically, the way Tom is doing it is probably the simplest, easiest, quickest. And once you pull that in, at that point we'll step on it to get some initial compaction on it. And always work the front of the fence so you can secure your flap. Then backfill the back portion when the front is completed. That way that keeps that J flap in place, doesn't displace it to the back. And once you have that, it usually holds pretty good. We found also that with the operation, at times closer spacing is spec'd into the design and the plan, where you're maybe at a 6-foot center with your stakes, so it kind of doubles up your stakes. It really does a lot for the stability as well. And as we talked about earlier, you have the other larger wire back type fences, which increases the stability of the erosion product. Again, this seems to be the real popular guy here, the orange 36. Again, I like the, even though it's more work for us, and I don't think we really increase our price any, but or very little if any, but I do like the 6-foot spacing. I think it gets nice finished product, and you have that stability, and that's what you're looking for in the sites. Okay, Mark, we're just probably going to show you one or two small items that that'll help you maintain a strong integrity with a fence. Times you can't help, especially with a that type of machine to deviate a little bit. You'll get some turns or bends in, and in this case we're following the drip line, so we're going to deviate. We're not going to follow a straight struck line from point A to point B. I'll show you here, this spot here, we do have two spots that we're going to show you how we just adjust our trench or our line. At the point of turn, it should be right in here, we'll install an extra stake. This should work. We're going to have another one there. Good. We had to use a couple extra stakes to make our changes, our horizontal direction changes. We'll also do the same when we have a fairly acute vertical change, up or down. That keeps the fence tight, and again, it keeps it pretty stable that way. Good. Mark, we're obviously just finishing our first roll, going to our second, and in a kind of a demo operation here. This is Jim. He's actually also our trencher Bobcat operator. He's going to help here with this tie together. This is where you fasten the first and second roll together, and using the twist method. You can, if you want to secure those more, once you twist them together, you can use maybe a plastic zip tie to join both stakes together. It works well. Normally we don't, because this seems to work out well enough for us. If we have a problem along the line in our maintenance walks and whatnot, and we'll typically do that. You can even use wire as well. We'll get back here, John. Okay. That's probably good. Okay. There you go. That's the pretty simple. You just wrap the two stakes together, overlap them, twist tight, pull the fence up tight. Then you can use wire, or you can use a zip tie to further secure that. From that point on, it's a duplication. You do the next 100 feet and do it again.
Well, this is Mark Converse with Site Supply.
And Buzz Kuntz, Kuntz Construction.
And that's how you put silt fence in properly.